Now, in the last episode, we told you about substances in food, which we call antinutrients, and what they do is to inhibit the absorption of certain nutrients. Now, in this episode, we'll be sharing with you about 5 cooking methods which are vital to reduce the effect of these antinutrients. Now, there are cooking methods that help us to reduce the effect or to even terminate these anti-nutrients from our food. Now, you get to find this out in this video. Welcome to Dietitian Review. I am your dietitian, Fechi. You're welcome to this episode. The first cooking method which you need to reduce the effect of these anti-nutrients in your food is soaking. Now, soaking is a form of a cooking method, right? You use it, to prepare some of your food. Now, soaking is a process of putting your food inside the water for a period of time. Now, it helps in reducing, some of the anti-nutrients in your food, such as your legumes, right? These anti-nutrients, they are water soluble in nature. And so soaking your beans for over a period, maybe overnight, would actually add more nutritional value to your food. Okay, so it helps to reduce your anti-nutrient which is in your food. Soaking has been discovered to help in reducing the effect or the amount of phytic acid, oxalates, protease inhibitors, lectins, and tannins. Okay, all are anti-nutrients, and soaking helps in reducing the amount of these anti-nutrients in some of the foods you can find them. A 12-hour soaking is said to reduce phytate by 9%. Soaking pigeon pea between 6 to 18 hours is said to reduce lectins between 38 to 50%, tannins between 13 to 25%, and protease inhibitors between 28 to 30%. The reduction in the anti-nutrients might just be dependent on the type of the legume. For kidney beans, soybeans, and fava beans, the protease inhibitor reduction in these beans are only but very minimal. Remember, vegetables are also soaked to reduce calcium oxalates in them. The next one is sprouting. Now, what is sprouting? Sprouting is a form of germination. Now, the process of a particular plant, you know, showing that sign that it is about to germinate. Sprouting increases the availability of nutrients in seed, legumes, and grain. Sprouting also takes a few days and it can take the following steps. You can begin by rinsing to remove debris, dirt, and soil from the food product. Soak the seed for 2 to 12 hours. Now, the soaking time is dependent on the type of seed involved. Rinse them thoroughly in water. Drain as much water as possible and put in a sprouting vessel. Make sure you place it out of the sunlight. Repeat the rinsing and draining 2 to 4 times again. This should be done regularly every 8 to 12 hours. Sprouting has shown to reduce phytate between 37 to 81%. That's quite high. It's in various types of legumes and grains. There's also a slight decrease in lectins and protease inhibitors during sprouting. The next cooking method is also called fermentation. Fermentation is an act of just leaving a particular food to go through a process where microorganisms will feed on the carbohydrates in them. Fermentation can be controlled and also may not be controlled. Okay, the control measure of fermentation is what leads to food preparation. Okay, it's a form of a cooking method, while the uncontrolled form is what leads to the spoilage of food. Your yogurt, your cheese, your wine, your coffee, your beer, cocoa, and soy sauce are some of the foods that undergo fermentation during production. Many grains and legumes, fermentation is said to reduce or degrade the phytates and the lectins. For instance, fermenting a pre-soaked brown beans was discovered to have reduced phytate by as much as 88%, quite a number. I know you're getting value from this video, and if you're getting that value, I'd like you to click on the subscription button, click on that notification bell so that you'll be able to know when we release our subsequent videos. Thank you for listening. Next one is boiling. Boiling is quite different from heating. While boiling is more intense heating is just, applying some form of heat to a particular food, just like what you do with your vegetables. The same way you cook vegetables, they're not the same way you cook your beans or what have you. So boiling requires the food to get to a boiling point, while heating is just for a few minutes. Boiling can reduce protease inhibitors by 70%, lectins by 79%, tannins by 69%. Calcium oxalate in vegetables can be reduced by heating that vegetable, and it can be reduced by 17 to 87%. Steaming and baking are also as effective as heating in vegetables. However, phytate is said to be very heat resistant, and it's not easily degraded by just boiling. That must be a very strong anti-nutrient right there. The cooking time required is dependent on the anti-nutrients, the food, and the cooking method involved. Generally, cooking for a longer period reduces the amount of anti-nutrients. The final one is combination of method. So there's a possibility you can combine soaking with fermentation, which can lead to a greater reduction of the anti-nutrients in them. Combination of methods reduces the amount of anti-nutrients substantially or even removes them totally. For instance, soaking and fermentation is said to reduce phytate in quinoa by 98%. Same way, sprouting and fermentation are said to remove phytate completely from corn and sorghum. Soaking and boiling pigeon peas and peas, okay, led to 98% to 100% reduction in lentil, in tannins, and protein inhibitors. In summary, to reduce phytate, you can combine soaking, sprouting, and fermentation. Soaking, boiling, heating, or fermentation. This is to reduce lectin, tannins, boiling, and soaking. Now, for people who take tea because of the high tannins in them, now it is good for you to use boiled water for your teas. Very boiled water for your teas. It will help to reduce the amount of tannins in them. For protein inhibitors, soaking, sprouting, and boiling is the best combination method to reduce protease inhibitors in your food. And finally, for calcium oxalate, soaking and boiling, they are the best combination method that will help you reduce calcium oxalate in your food. I hope you got value from this video. Now, this video is to help you reduce these anti-nutrients in minimal amounts or to remove them from your food to help you eat this food without any inhibition in absorption for the nutrients in them. Okay, I hope you got value from this video. I know you're getting value from this video, and if you're getting that value, I'd like you to click on the subscription button, click on that notification bell so that you'll be able to know when we release our subsequent videos. Thank you for listening.